How are you guys doing today? In this video, I wanted to talk about some food for thought when it comes to likes, followers, subscribers. You guys know all that clout. And I just want to be a devil's advocate right now and really open your guys' mind a little bit more. So if you're down and you think that you don't get enough likes, subscribers, followers for whatever it is that you do, or on your music or on your videos, then don't be. There's no reason to, because the value is in yourself. So I told you guys to send me a song on Discord, one of your songs, a while back, and so this guy sent me a song. I want to show you guys how I see things, okay? So shout out to Vote for Pedro. He sent me one of his songs. Alright, so very kind of simple beat. Somebody definitely could go off on it rapping. Not my favorite beat that I've heard, but thank you for sharing that and keep making music. You're adding value to the world, Pedro. So keep doing that. Even though that's not my taste, you're still adding something. So with any type of social media, you have the likes, the views, and the follows. And some of you guys know about the inspect tool that you can use on different browsers to basically see how websites work. How social media works is that there's a system of views, likes, and retweets. And I know you guys remember when Instagram removed likes completely. So how it works is every time somebody likes your song, the number goes up. So what you can do with the inspect tool is you can see how these websites work. So right here, I see where the number of views is being generated by the site. So 111 people clicked on this song. And then so the website generates the number 111 on your screen or on your app. So with the inspect button, where you can, the inspect tool, you can modify that number. So we can change 111 to, let's do something high but kind of realistic. Let's do 250,000. And boom. And let's add a few little straggler numbers. Let's do 518. So boom. Now look, Pedro looks a whole lot more successful, am I right? Except, the likes, they're not realistic. It's low. So let's right click and inspect that. So now we see SoundCloud, the site is generating the number 4 because for the reason that 4 people liked his song. So we think. Because as I said, Instagram removed the likes at one point, and different social medias work different. Some social medias give you hearts. Some social medias is likes, it's thumbs up. Others you get 5 points per like. It's just arbitrary numbers. So in this case, the number is 4, but look, we can inspect it. And let's change this to something a little bit more realistic. Let's do That's a lot of likes. Let's do 4,000. 9,000, that's a little bit unrealistic. And then of course we gotta hit the reposts. So okay, we can go on and on. We can change his followers. But I want you guys to realize this is the goal of clout chasing, is to increase your numbers, right? Whatever your goal is, you can type it in on your page and just see what it would be like to have a certain amount of followers, likes, and retweets. Now let's agree, he looks a whole lot more successful. His beat will probably actually sound better now if we play it back. And let's just imagine these numbers are real. I don't know what just happened. Okay, I think it just undid the numbers that I did. Anyways. So, the point of this demonstration is I just want to show you guys these sites just, they give you an arbitrary number based on how many people interact with your song. And I can inspect any page and I can change those numbers. I can add more. But one thing I can't do is I can't inspect and create another song by Pedro, because the value in this whole thing is Pedro and his song. I can't make another song by you. You can't generate somebody's content. And so what this means is you can have something extremely valuable, but just because it doesn't have a certain number does not make it not valuable. The value is in the content, in the person. What social media and the likes and the views does is it shows how many people are paying attention. Bro, you can literally give yourself a verified check. Wow. Congratulations. Alright, no disrespect, but this right here, this is just a number, sis. You can go ahead and change that. Matter of fact, let's get rid of that M. And definitely, we got to get rid of that badge too. And you know what? That handle, let's go ahead and fix that. Doesn't look so successful. You are worth as much as you value your own craft. You are intrinsically valuable. When you look at things in this way, you realize whether or not 1 million people are paying attention, my song is still my song. You can never go on my page and generate another seri song. You can't do that. You can generate a bunch of likes. A bunch of people can watch my song. A bunch of people can like it, you know? And so if you're feeling down that you don't have a certain amount, or if you feel like you need to get a certain amount of views, just realize that the value is in yourself. It's just attention that you're looking for, if you're looking for views and all that. And how you know this is true is because if the value was in the clout and in the websites, then platforms like MySpace would never have died out. The reason they died out, or that MySpace died out, is because the people took off and went somewhere else, or went to a different platform. And so I want you guys to realize that these sites are taking your value and putting numbers on it. So post on those sites, but never feel bad that you don't get a certain amount of views. And secondly, I'm not on Instagram. I deactivated mine just to take a break from it. Like rappers and artists, like some of them have a talent for photography. They got a talent for fashion and for aesthetics, and just their page is so aesthetic, and like I used to love that. But I want you to realize that you can do the photography and you can keep the value and distribute it yourself through other means. You can do it through a blog, through a website. And something I was thinking about is people actually buy photo albums. They buy photography. So if you go to like a bookstore, there's photography books. And I just remember seeing one by Pharrell Williams, which was called Spaces and Places I've Been, or something like that. And it was just a bunch of aesthetic photos, and there was some clothing pictures of his brand Billionaire Boys Club, and a bunch of you guys are gonna have to look it up, but if I look it up, places and spaces I've been, and he's selling it for, at the time it was like $50, but online you can see it's $40. And people actually buy this kind of stuff. So the same thing with your music. Like, your music will always have value. If you wanted to, you could not put your music on a site. You could put your song on you can create a vinyl record of your song and create like 50 copies. And then it becomes exclusive. Nobody can get your sound. Nobody can get your music. But with these sites, just realize they are leveraging your content for free, which you can use to your advantage. You can use the attention to your advantage, but never feel like you are less because you don't have a certain amount of attention on your own self, on your own creations, you know? And so when you look at things like this, you'll just stop being afraid to post. You'll stop caring so much about likes. And like I said, you guys remember when Instagram removed likes completely. They can just completely remove the number. They can make it into a factor of 2. They can make every like count as 2, or they can turn likes into points. It's just an arbitrary system. But what they can never do is create more songs by Pedro, or create more songs by Seri, or create more pictures by you. They can't just generate that. The value is in the people. So your art will never die, but certain platforms have died, and all platforms will die eventually when people move on to something else. So hopefully that opens your mind and people start creating like photo albums and selling them. Like, you could literally make a dope ass album. You could create like a music album, and then you could create a photo album of like fashion, different things, or just photography of yourself. Like, same type of post as Instagram, but through in the form of an album. You can even have the captions under it and whatever. And you could sell that for like $20 a copy if you wanted to. Or you could create your song and put it only on on vinyl. You know what I mean? Like, and sure, you're not gonna get clout, but remember, it's just attention. And so the same way that one can have $1 million is still $1 million, a piece of shit can still be a piece of shit, but a lot of people pay attention to it. You know what I mean? And we see that all the time. Back in March, the trend was buying toilet paper. People were buying toilet paper just because so much attention was on that. So just realize, really random things trend. So just because your song doesn't get 100 likes doesn't mean it's bad. It just means for some reason the attention didn't get to it yet. It can always come. And if it never comes, it doesn't matter, because what matters is the song itself, and just making it is what's fun, and making the song is what's enjoyable. So you can just sit back and relax. Like something that's worth $1 million cannot have any attention. Meanwhile, a piece of shit could have all the attention in the world. And by a piece of shit, I mean like some bullshit, some stupid, uninteresting stuff. Just like cat videos go viral on YouTube, like random stuff. So don't use it as a currency. Don't use it as a system of value. And just know, if you have clout, use it to your advantage. You can definitely use it to your advantage, because what it is it's the appearance of being important, the appearance of being successful. So use that to your advantage, because you guys need to realize there's a lot of people that look successful but are broke. There's a lot of people that look successful and are successful. And there's a lot of people that don't look successful that are more successful than all of those people. Or that look successful, but not as many people see it. So separate looking for successful from being successful and feeling successful. Separate looking happy from actually being happy, because social media is all about appearance. It's all about looking like. Separate your value from the appearance of being valuable. Likes, follows, retweets, all that stuff. And once you do that, you'll just feel so much more free, and you'll be able to create and just be in a better state. So yeah, hopefully that was an interesting topic. Let's have a conversation in the comments. Let's just talk about this stuff. And I want to hear you guys' opinions. So like, this is something I'm passionate about, because it just clicked with me at one point. So anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.